120 games down on the channel this season, 10 to go, and this week especially will have a massive impact. Yes, good morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Bank Holiday Monday, the 6th of May 2024, and today we're heading to the Northern League Division 1 playoff final between Heaton, Stannington and West Auckland Town. I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be a fantastic advert for the Northern League. It's going to be a hell of a turnout. Let's get into this and let's get that train up to Newcastle. So here I'm in Newcastle and going into this afternoon's Northern League Division 1 playoff final. Heaton finished in 3rd place in the Northern League Division 1 table, while West Auckland finished in 5th place. In their respective semi-finals, Heaton were 1-0 winners over 4th place Berkeley Town at home, while West Auckland were 1-0 winners away at 2nd place Shildon. And in the two regular league games this season, Heaton were 2-1 winners on both occasions. So I think everything about this game this afternoon tells you that it is going to be very close. It is going to be very tough to call. At the end of the season, there was only 3 points between the two sides. And I think what you find with both of these sides is that they're both very difficult to beat, and I think the times that we've seen them on this channel this season have kind of epitomised that. Like you look at Heaton Stan when we saw them at Borough Rangers. I mean, it was an absolutely awful game of football, probably the worst game that we've seen on the channel so far this season, if we're being real about it. But I think what we saw from them that night is that if you can't win the game, then just make sure you don't lose it. And the road look at times that night, I think with the penalty decision that Borough Rangers probably should have got, but they did hold out for a pretty valuable point. And you look at West Auckland as well, saw them very early on against Shildon, were 1-0 down quite a lot of that game but managed to salvage a point. And obviously I saw them at Northallerton just before Christmas. Obviously Northallerton haven't had a particularly good season, but they went there and they did what they needed to do. And while Heaton are quite possibly favourites going into this game this afternoon, obviously being at home and not lost many games at all this season, done a double over West in the league, what has to be said is that when West do get a bit of form going, it is very, very tough to stop them. And they have ended this season extremely well. And Shildon were obviously pretty fancied going into the playoffs, finished second to Bishops, who obviously went up. But I really can't call this game this afternoon, I've got to say. I mean, a lot of the games I go to, I do have maybe a pretty clear prediction of who I think's going to win it, but honestly today I really cannot call it. I think it's going to be a very cagey game. I think whoever doesn't get overwhelmed by the occasion or whatever will probably come out on top. And I think one thing that will help West going into this game this afternoon is that they were very recently in the Durham Challenge Cup final. I mean, I couldn't make that game personally. I was meant to go, but that was the week that I fell ill. So, but they've had that big game experience, but at the same time it was only 2 years ago that Heaton were in the Division 2 playoff final, so they've been in this kind of situation before, and yeah, it is two very good teams going at each other this afternoon, and I'm sure whoever wins will make a pretty fine addition to the Northern Premier League East Division next season, but whoever loses will most definitely be strong and be up there in Northern League Division 1 next season. And yeah, both leagues are like shaping up very well at this moment in time, but come 5 o'clock-ish, who will be in the NPL East and who will be in Northern League Division 1? Let's head on down to Groundsel Park and find out how it all unfolds. So the team's warming up here, Heaton getting ready over there, going to be in their usual black and white strip this afternoon, and West are getting ready here, I think going to be in a change strip of what looks like red. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match. I wonder where. Good knock on. Oh, save. Best chance of the game so far. Oh! 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 Oh, that's some chances this first half. Half-time, Heaton Stannington 0, West Auckland Town 0. It's been extremely cagey, very run down in midfield at times, but I think it has to be said that Heaton have had the better of the chances so far. I think the possession stats, I don't think there's going to be a great deal in it. West have had a couple of chances themselves, but yeah, the keeper's been forced into a couple of good saves. I mean, it was a very good save, especially at the end of the first half. Heaton, I've noticed on corners, they've been sort of looking for the near post quite a lot, but it's not quite come off for them of yet. And yeah, I think in the second half it's going to be more of the same. I think it's going to be quite cagey. I can definitely see this being 1-0 either way, but it's just a case of who's going to get that break, or it could even be that once this game does get a goal, it'll open it up and it'll be quite free flowing from there, because yeah, you'll have one team trying to kill it off, another chasing the equaliser, but then again, obviously the later that goes on, like the team that's winning will be defending for their lives. So it's certainly on a knife edge at the minute. It's very tense, but whilst we said though, the 2017 people in here today, it's a fantastic turnout, and I think that alone's a great advert for the Northern League, and hopefully next season we'll be seeing some good attendances across the board in this league. Oh, lovely. What? Oh! That is beautiful. That is outrageous. Oh, it's in again. That is such a big moment, that.
Finish reading.
Go on, strike! Chance! Oh! Long way back for West now. That would have settled it. Oh! What's a ball, eh? Oh!
Square it. You got head. There's space, got time.
Come on over. It's over. Heaton are going off. Well deserved. Good. 5 minutes of added time at the end of this game. 5 minutes. The crowd was celebrating. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know how that's come out, but there you go. in a row. And here comes the pitch invasion. Full-time Heaton Stannington 3, West Auckland Town 0, and that means Heaton Stannington will be in the Northern Premier League East Division next season. What else can you say other than congratulations to Heaton Stan? I thought today they were absolutely outstanding, really rose to the challenge of the playoff final, played with so much energy, and I think that really caught West Auckland out, and in the second half especially, they just absolutely bossed it, didn't they? Got that early goal. It was an absolutely outstanding strike from Connell Hammond, the work that he did to be able to get that shot away, and in a game like that you've got no right to be doing that really, but absolutely outstanding, and they very nearly doubled it shortly after that, but the shot was dragged wide. I think it probably should have been a corner, but not to worry for Heaton Stan. They did get another goal. I think it was 56 minutes into the game or something, and that was 2-0, and from there it was a long way back for West. They did have a couple of chances. I think the most notable one was the one that was ultimately dragged wide, but Heaton did finish it off pretty late in the game, and as we say, they are the ones that are going up, and I'm absolutely delighted for everyone at Heaton Stan. You very seldom hear a bad word spoken about that football club, and I think there is a reason behind that. It's just a really good community, tight-knit group of fans, group of players, just everyone at that club, so I'm absolutely delighted for them. I really hope that they enjoyed the night, but commiserations to West Auckland. As we say, I think they just ultimately ran out of steam in the second half, but this season they have got to the playoff final and won the Durham Challenge Cup, so they can take a lot of heart from the season. I think, yes, this is going to hurt for a couple of days, but I think once they've maybe sat down and had a couple of beers and what have you, I think they can ultimately see that just what they have done this season, and they'll be ready to pick up the fight once again next season. I can most definitely see them being up there, and Northern League Division 1's pretty shaping up pretty well for next season. You look at what Redcar Athletic are doing in terms of the squad there, getting together. Obviously Bertley took everyone by surprise this year, and they'll be wanting to carry on the momentum they've built over the last couple of years or so. Do you imagine Shildon will be up there again? Gisborough for a time had a pretty decent run. Then also you got the likes of Borough Rangers, Whitley Bay, Wickham that could maybe mount a bit of a challenge next season, so it's going to be interesting to see. But for Heaton Stan, yes, there is things that they are going to have to sort out. Obviously, the budget for next season, they're going to have to factor in the fact that there is going to be quite a bit more travelling to do. When you think, they're going to have to go to the likes of Grantham, Sheffield, a few of the teams in like West Yorkshire, that kind of way. So there is going to be more travelling for them, and I think as well, obviously, they are going to have to maybe do a bit more to the ground in terms of how many seats are available, how many sheltered areas, how many turnstiles, etc. But you know, that's another day's problem. I think they're just going to rightly savour this moment right now, because it wasn't that long ago they were in the Northern Alliance, and now they're in the Northern Premier League East Division. So it's a club that have had a pretty unbelievable rise, and just once again, Heaton, congratulations, enjoy your night. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back on Wednesday night with the Division 2 playoff final between Newcastle Blue Start and Easington Colliery. So that's going to be another pretty big game. Imagine it'll be pretty tight for quite a while, but who will be going into Division 1 next season? Check back Wednesday to find out, but until then, take care, cheers for watching, see you later.